This stuff Yom Yerushalmi Bikkurim, the article Oz V'Hadar edition of Daf Chaf Amud Aleph. Going to start for Rabbeinu Chazu V'Nimnu, which is the fourth line down. And in the Vilna, that is the first wide line on Yud Amud Aleph. Rabbeinu Chazu V'Nimnu. And we did this line yesterday, that even though our Mishnah talks about the esrog being partially after Chanata and partially after Lakita, but now the rabbis came along and they said that no, it's going to go completely after the Shas Lakita. Rabbi Chazim Nimnu, say Chazim Nimnu, B'Shas Lakitas Asur L'Maisos Shvius. Everything follows the time it's collected like a vegetable. Rabbi Yirmiyah and Rabbi Yamishem, Rabbi Yochanan, Rabbi Simon, B'Shem Rabbi Shimon Levi, Hakomadim Shana Shlo B'Tu B'Shvat. Not quite. Even these rabbis who hold that we go after the Kita for Maisus, they go that concede in terms of Chodesh and Yoshan. Maisus for 1 year. The next year, Rosh Hashanah is not Aleph Tishrei like a vegetable, but Chamisha so B'Shvat, that which is like Tu B'Shvat, which is like a tree. Rabbi Yochanan showed Rabbi Yonasan. Rabbi Yochanan asked Rabbi Yonasan, Considron showed Kufos. So is it go like the years or like the seasons? So it's a fascinating question. Does and I don't think this is in Bavli at all. He asked Tu B'Shvat. Is it Tu B'Shvat according to the months, like our Tu B'Shvat, the 15th day of Shvat, or is it the 15th day, the 45th day after December 21st? Which makes a lot of sense. December 21st. Now they went by the Julian calendar, and we go by the Gregorian calendar, and there's a big discrepancy. And I'm not going to get into that now. That's a whole shiloh with saying Talmud Bracha, why, which really should start 60 days after the beginning of the autumn season, which should be according to Gregorian calendar and astronomy, November 21st. But since we still follow the Julian calendar, which is off, so it's December 5th. But in any event, let's just go with the assumption the Gregorian calendar, Julian calendar wasn't. There was the difference, if any, was minimal at the time of Moraim, regardless. So December 21st plus 45 days is halfway through winter. In other words, we've reached the perigee, I think it is, the lowest level of the year, and now we start. It's actually shortest date here is December 21st, but that's the beginning of winter. It's halfway through winter, and now we started going up again. So is it really Tu B'Shvat, or is it the astronomical Tu B'Shvat, which is December 21st plus 45 days? Amazing thing. And again, not in the Bavli anywhere. Okay, so sometimes it's obviously it's not going to be specific to B'Shvat. Arma Lacey said, nothing doing. We've I'm like considering Shanim. It goes like the Hebrew date of Yerushalmi Bikkurim, even if it's significantly off, because it's a Shanim Beres. In other words, Shanim Beres, really Adar Aleph is Shvat. I was born in Adar Aleph, right? So my astrological sign is Aquarius, even though it's supposed to be Pisces for Dugim, for Mazel Adar Dugim. But since I was born in Adar Aleph, which is February, not March, so therefore my astrological sign is actually Aquarius, Zli, I think it is in Hebrew. So in any event, so in leap year, really Shvat, which is Mazel Zli, comes out in Adar Rishon, right? So therefore we should follow 45, the Tesvav of Adar Rishon. No, it's always Tu B'Shvat, even if it comes out way early, because the Shanim Muberes, and it's way behind. Still, we go after the Tu B'Shvat of the Hebrew calendar, not after 45 days after December 21st, the onset of winter. Ma'aseh B'Kibbutz Shlikat Esrog B'Rosh Chodesh. It doesn't say here, but he gathered an Esrog on Rosh Chodesh Shvat. There's actually a Tosefta and Shvius, Perek Dal, Bryce of Tesvav, and it's brought down in a slew of places in the Bab and the Yerushalmi. So we keep collecting Esrog on Rosh Chodesh Shvat, obviously not for Sukkot, and he took from it two Maasers. Maaser Sheni, like the second year, and Maaser Ani, like the third year. one of them was like Beis Shammai, that Echad B'Shvat is Rosh Hashanah for trees. That's Beis Shammai Shita, and raised the third year. And one was like Beis Hillel, Tu B'Shvat is Rosh Hashanah for trees, and still it's in the second year. So as it says here, he gathered the Esrog on Rosh Chodesh Shvat, and Naglav Chumrei Beis Shammai, Chumrei Beis Hillel. So he took up 2 Meisers, Meiser Sheni for the past year, and Meiser Rishon for the past year. Meiser Sheni for the past year, Meiser Oni for the next year. That's a problem because how can you take up double Meisers? Okay, we're going to come to that. Okay, so Lamali Esrog. Why isn't specifically mentioned Esrog? This should be any tree. If there's a suffix of those Beis Shammai Silm, should be any fruit. Let me feel shakol. So Tani, so he said, you're right. He was no Chumrei Rabban Gamliel or Chumrei Rabbi Lezer. No, he did like if whether he followed Chanata like Rabbi Lezer, and Chanata was in the second year, so it's Meiser Sheni, and Lakita like Gamliel, which would be the third year. So the Gemara asked, yeah, but that should be Rosh Chodesh Shvat. The Rosh Chodesh Shvat according to Beis Shammai is the turnover, not according to Beis Hillel. Rabbi Lezer, Beis Hillel, aren't they from Beis Hillel? So Rosh Chodesh Shvat, why did you do 2 Meisers on Tu B'Shvat? I understand, but Rosh Chodesh Shvat. Rabbi Yisrael Tipata b'Shechana Kodem Tu B'Shvat Shel Shniya. So it's you're right. He says it's about where the Chanota was before Tu B'Shvat of the second year, and it was gathered after Tu B'Shvat. Nichlas Hashish went to the third year, and then was gathered during the third year. Daita Rabbi Gamliel, according to Rabbi Gamliel, Yisura Oni. Rabbi Gamliel follows the Lakita, and therefore it's Meiser Oni, third year. I died to Rabbi Lezer, Yisura Sheni, it was the second year, and that's in Meiser Sheni. Okay, so it wasn't in Rosh Chodesh Shvat. It was a Tu B'Shvat issue before, and therefore, and it wasn't even really on Tu B'Shvat, but Chanot was for Tu B'Shvat, Lakita was after Tu B'Shvat. Okay, it says more, so what about the 2 Meisers issue? Can't take off double Meiser. So there's only one Meiser can take off. Masal, or what do you do? So the Russian actually it's not put down here, but my Masraisim has to be precisely 10%. How do you do double Meiser? It's actually 9% because you took 10% Meiser, but then what's left? How can you do double Meiser? So it says somewhere Masal the way you do Kos Shem Meiser Sheni Shabo. He called it Meiser Sheni and Pedoyo, and then he redeemed it Minasolani, and he gave it to an Ani. So he that's how he was answered. 1 Meiser, there's a Meiser Sheni, redeemed it Misafek, then gave it to an Ani Misafek. Okay. Now we switch gears significantly. Halacha hey, dam hachish time shavel dam behema lahachshir azroim. If you have the blood of that he walks on too, means a human being, is paris and with the shava things which are shava in these mishnayos, is equal to dam behema in that it's machshir es azroim. In other words, it's machshir zroim because it's considered to be a beverage. It's machshir zroim l'kabel tuma, when it makes them moister, now becomes suitable to be kabel tuma. Dam hasheretz ein chayov in olav, but it's like dam hasheretz on the other hand. Dam adam is like dam hasheretz. If you eat it, you're not chayav because of isur dam. Now this is specifically specific by sheretz. It's specifically if you were masra, the person you don't drink the blood because also on account of blood. Because dam sheretz is also mutter as blood, but if there are masra ba mishum sheretz, it's loke because dam sheretz is like its flesh. Dam adam, however, on the other hand, if it separates from the human being in a vessel or on food, it's also only mirabana, not midoraisa. Okay, Rabbi Ba, it says Rabbi Ba, Rav Huna b'shem Rav said im hisru bo. Again, we're talking about dam sheretz. If you gave nasra, don't eat it al sheretz. It gets malchus like him. But I think dam sheretz ain't chayav no love. I'd say dam sheretz you're not chayav. It's mashma that there's no chiyav on it whatsoever. All right, but ain't chayav v'koris. There's no chiyav of koris. Not only if you eat dam behema, you get koris. But so there's no chiyav koris. It's only a lav like the sheretz itself. So that's a chiyav, but there lav there is. This is the raisa, but not a chiyav koris. V'hatani, didn't we learn dam achish time she'en bo tuma kala? it's a the dam of a human being doesn't have tumah kala. Dam she'en bo tumah chamura. It doesn't have severe tumah. So there's a brisa. So then he brought down the Bible, increases the chaf. It says chol dam lo so chelu. That seems to include human blood and Sharet's blood as well. So therefore, it says kol dam lo so chelu. So it says right now after and the pasuk la ofer la behema. So ofer behema. We say ma ofer behema. Just say ofer behema are have in common that they have a tumah chamura. They have metame adam letame begadim, and they have a tumah kala that they metame ochlin b'kebetza. So those two are exclusive. I exclude dam ha'chishtayim, which doesn't have tumah kala, because dam adam is not metame tumah ochlin, and I remove dam shratzim, which don't have tumah chamura, because they're not metame b'masa, unlike dam nevela, the dam of over bema, which is metayim masa. So again, we will tell dam ha'chishtayim she'en bo tumah kala. Dam ha'chishtayim is precluded from the isur dam because it doesn't have tumah kala. It can't have tumas oichlim. Dam ha'sheretz is precluded she'en bo tumah chamura. It doesn't have tumas masa. It sounds like that they don't even have a lav. There's no lav. Because the whole isra of kol dam lo so chelu. It's going over behema. Not the dam of adam, which doesn't have tumah kala, doesn't have tumah zochlin, and not dam sheretz, doesn't have tumah chamura of tumas masa. So mechia barava hadat hemek shishlo mishum dam. Echnami, there is no isra dam. Neither. But like we said, if they gave the asra on account of sheretz, then there's malchus on account of the isur sheretz. Okay, we're up to halacha vav. Halacha vav has several mishnayos in it, according to the article's division of mishnayos here. Mishnah ches, Mishnah tes, Mishnah yud, shirav. It's quite long, so we're not going to do the whole Mishnah now, but we'll start. Koi. So when I was younger, I used to say kvi, but I think the proper pronunciation is koi, and the article which has the nukudos tells us proper pronunciation is koi. A koi, which is like a jeer. Cross between, according to some, it's a beer, but there's a cross between a goat and a deer. So koi yesh b'drom shavu chaya. The ways in which it's similar to chaya, and the ways in which it's similar to behema. The Leib Yerushalmi brother brings down here. The Gemara is going to argue if it's from a male goat and a female deer, or vice versa, or if it's a beer from the atzma. And the Bible, some say it's some sort of wild ram, wild like a mountain goat or something like that. So Koyi has drachim which is shavu l'chaya, Yeshu drachim shavu l'behema, has ways which is similar to chaya, it's ways similar to behema. Yeshu drachim shavu l'chaya l'behema has ways which is similar to both. And the Yeshu drachim she'en shavu lo l'chaya lo behema, and ways which is dissimilar from both. And that brings us to the top of Chaf Aleph Amud Aleph. So we will stop here for today.